with the use of AI and everything like that, there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of like, yo, I gotta really use AI now. Like, if I don't, I'm missing out. If I don't use AI, like, I'm gonna be missing out. Like, people are having have AI avatar reels. Businesses are gaining FOMO from not using AI. And while there is a lot of opportunity with AI, there's no reason to be um, getting fear of it, getting fear of AI. Like we're a long way from like when robots are going to be doing everything that humans can do. We're far like along from that, and the people who might tell you that we are the people who are selling AI solutions. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it's kind of hard to believe them sometimes too. So, but here are good ways though. Though that I say this, there are good ways to use AI and utilize it for your business, right? And these are ways I'm going to talk to you guys right now because I see a lot of businesses are not using AI to automate their workflows to help their businesses or to make their workflows a lot easier so they don't have to have much employees and they can save costs and save money and just make things so much quicker for them, right? So let's say, for example, if you're a real estate agent, right, and you're constantly getting new leads, new people coming in. You want to be able to see if that customer is a hot customer, a warm customer, or if it's a cold customer. You can do this just with AI, just with using AI. So let's say if a customer messages you, and then you go like, hey, like this customer says, hey, I'm really interested in this house, like I want to buy it. That's a hot lead, and how you categorize that is AI would actually look at that message and categorize it. And how you do that, you give AI some like sample data to make sure like it knows a little bit before you actually like. You have to give AI some sample data before you have to give it sample data so it knows like what's a hot lead, what's a warm lead, and what's a cold lead, right? And then it pings you, like it pings and and whichever one it's so if it's a hot lead, it'll ping your teams, it'll ping your Slack, ping your team's notification. If it's a warm lead, it'll still ping you. If it's cold, I guess maybe you'll still get pinged, but to a different person, right? So whichever one, there are ways to utilize this. The second way is like listing descriptions, right? So let's say you have a bunch of photos, information about a house, and you want to use social media. You can just put all that information into AI and have it like make it nice and cleanly edited for your business, for your real estate business. That's one way. Like that's a really like simple way I see people do is just like take all the basic photos, the description of the house, whatever, and just make it like really clean and nicely formatted for people to see. Another thing you can do is like your CMA charts, all the reports of the houses, and like do the same thing that I told you in the second step was to make it summarize it for customers. So let's say when a new lead comes in to see the house and they want to see all the stats around, they want to see similar houses that are the same price. You can just show them that data. You know what I mean? You can have follow-up sequencers. So basically, let's say you have an appointment for today. It'll send you a reminder for tomorrow, automated reminder, right? So you don't have to automatically text them, hey, like, are you coming in still, right? And this happens a lot. Like some people just forget that they have appointments because they're so busy with their life. So just automatic reminders, hey, like, are you coming in? Just making sure you're coming in, right? That's one way. This could be from email, SMS, DMs, whatever it may be. You can also have like a scheduling bot, like someone who like so let's say you have a lead that comes in from your funnel and they're interested in like they want to see a house and you can queue them into actual calendar appointment sheet and they just pick whatever time that they want and then from that time it'll directly ping you, hey, someone booked a time for this and that. You know what I mean? Like it's automating stuff for you, right? Instead of like back and forth texting with somebody and kind of like that's kind of a hassle for everybody. You know what I mean? Just give me 1 second. I'm just getting my notes ready. Okay, another thing is to as a real estate agent, you're going to be having a lot of meetings with clients, whether it's online or in person. Especially if it is online, this is one thing you can do. If it's online, you can have like there's softwares that are able to come into your meeting and take notes of your meeting, right? And I think even Teams does this, and a lot of other softwares do this, right? But I know there's other softwares that just handle notes, right? And it can come in, take notes of your of what was said during the meeting, and you can have AI summarize that and then have it into like a to-do list. Like, okay, now that I have this, now that I have all this transcription of all this notes, like what do I do with this, right? Because you don't want to go through the transcription, right? So you have AI look at the notes, be like, okay, what do I do? What is my to-do list? What do I got to do tomorrow? What do I got to do the next day? You can have someone just, you can have AI just literally tell you what to do. You don't even need a secretary almost, right? This is your secretary. AI is your secretary, right? That's a really cool thing. Another thing you can do with real estate too, I know this is a big problem, that there's a lot of paperwork that goes into real estate. A lot of people are signing forms, and there are bound to be forms that are getting missed. There are bound to be things that just don't get looked at, right? And one thing you can do is you can have AI look at the documents, right? Look at what whichever documents that you have, and just see if there's anything missing, anything that you have to look at, anything that can, like, you can even ask AI, hey, like, I'm very new, like, here's an example prompt that you guys can use, like, hey, I'm very new to real estate, like, if you're a client, or even yeah, this is more for clients though. Hey, I'm really new to real estate. I just want you to look over this document, see if anything's missing. Let me know if there's anything that might give me some consequences in the future, or if there's anything I might need to know in the future, things like that, right? Like, give it a really good prompt that something may give it a really good prompt, and it'll tell you what you need, right? And even another thing you can do is you can have, like, you know what, at the end of every website of like a real estate, or like any website that's like, like commonly asked questions, right? Commonly asked questions. What you can do is you can have your commonly asked questions at the very bottom of the page, and you can also have like a chat bubble. So like, hey, like, I have this question, this, that, and that, and if the person is like actually serious and like wants to, like, has a serious question, you can have them type in their email and their name, whatever, and have whatever question they have get automated to your Slack, to a person that actually can see it, right? So does that make sense? So like, it's like, let's say if someone sends in not an email, but like hmm and let's say this person, let's say a client comes in and asks a question on a chat bubble, right? There's like a small chat bubble you can use, people will usually use, and if they're really serious, they'll say, hey, this is my question, this is my name, this is my email, please get back to me. That question will get pinged to like a member of your team, or yeah, so like to Slack, or to email, or to a phone number, whatever it may be, right? You can do this with AI. Like, these are like the possibilities, and these are like 8 or 9 possibilities I just mentioned right now. And like, I see people, they don't really take advantage of this, right? And the more that you automate your workflows, the more that you automate things like your workflows and things like that, the more easier your day-to-day processes become, right? The more easier the day-to-day processes become, and more money you're saving. More money you're saving. Like, you could be saving 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, like within a year. Like, it's really like that simple, right? It's really that simple. So there are a lot of opportunities with this. So just don't miss out. You know what I mean? Don't miss out. And even if you don't know how to implement this, get someone to implement it for you for one time. You know what I mean? Get someone to implement it for you. So that's my advice. Hope you guys have a nice day and take care.